My name is Jakob Landberg. I am the sales director of Nilpeter. We are a Danish family-owned company producing printing machines for the label industry. What it all boils down to is that this industry has been growing until now, decade on decade, and has been a quite successful part of the graphic industry. Whereas if you look at many other parts of the graphic world, there has been a lot of competition and consolidation, whatever. And this industry is a very much personal-driven industry. So I would hate to see that this industry turned into a sort of cold, shareholder value-oriented business rather than a customer value-oriented business. Environmental, it drives your company towards lean, for instance. You save on setup times, you save on energy, you save on waste, and maybe you cannot see that as an end user of labels, but you can actually see it at the end of the day, because that's also a way to become more profitable in your business, to look at your cost, and not only on the, let's say, on the price of the price tag on the label that you're selling. And from our point of view, let's see, as a supplier to the industry, it's definitely a demand that we have seen for the last 10 years, that we have to be much more concerned about waste coming out of the production units that we supply, not maybe so much from a green point of view, but certainly from an economical point of view. It is a global industry and it's becoming more and more global. We are centralized here in a very mature part of the label industry. Europe, America, they are more or less the same size. But you have a lot of growing industries, growing economies like we mentioned China or India, where the industry is very young. So there are still opportunities for growth on a global scale. We will see local areas where the growth will not be the same as it has been, and that pushes everybody in to become more global. It's a very efficient way of describing a product, but it's also a very efficient way of marketing a product. I mean, people, as you said before, you had 20 seconds to make your choice. I think it's even less than 20 seconds. I think it's less than 5 seconds, actually. And if you look at wines, for instance, which now is one of the fastest growing areas of self-adhesive labeling, 20 or 30% of all wines are bought in supermarkets. Not in specialty stores where people can give you good advice. Which is it a good wine? Is it a bad wine? You know, people buy from the appeal, the appearance, just like they buy a shampoo. And that is a very effective way in the last moment before you make your choice that you have that label on it. I think another thing that has special for this industry, that is our ability to work sort of across the value chain, from the label printers to the material suppliers, to the tool suppliers, and to the machine suppliers, ink suppliers. And a strong way of coming away from this sort of negative price spiral is to, instead of cut price, is to add value. And this has been, industry has been very, very good at adding value to labels. If you look at labels 10 years or 20 years ago, and look at labels that you have today, I mean, it's very, very different from the rest of the packaging industry, where you've been focusing on cutting costs rather than adding value.